But we're just putting the final touches on the spread here. We're back up in Canada here, southern Manitoba to be specific. We're out in a big barley field here, and the thing up here is a lot of times you're field hunting, you know, and that's one of the things that I love the most is field hunting ducks, field hunting geese. And so we're out here in a big goose spread where we've got mostly Canada geese, a few duck decoys, a few snow goose decoys, you know, and up here, you know, you're gonna get geese and ducks, but it's just a mixed bag. And the cool thing about this is, you know, we're using backrest, or we're laying right out in the decoys. Those birds come in and they finish, they're right in your face. If you're a waterfowl hunter, that's as good as it gets.
We've been watching this field for 3 or 4 days, getting bigger and bigger, and there's a lot of Canadas in here and a bunch of ducks and a few snows mixed in, so should be a good mixed shoot. We got a north wind this morning, and not very heavy, but should help us out a little bit. Going to be hiding in tall decoy stakes with a lot of motion on the top of the base. We like shooting out of the backboards and the tall stakes because it gets everybody is faced upright, and there's not a lot of movement when you come up to sit up. And should be a good morning, and we're about 45 minutes away from getting after it.
Take him.
Oh yeah. Get ready, guys. Take him. Well, that was better.
I don't know if there's too many things as magical in the world of waterfowl hunting is laying out in a decoy spread in the field and just watching enormous flocks of ducks work the decoys. You know, how these ducks can just drop in elevation and they swing, and just the sheer number of ducks. You know, some of the flocks that you'll see, you know, when you get out in the prairies, they make memories. There's no doubt about that. And you're sitting in these big field spreads, and it's just, you know, you're right there in the sense of when these birds finish, I mean, they're 10, 15, 20 yards in front of you at the most. I mean, they're practically landing on the tips of your boots. And just the sights and the sounds when you're just taking it all in, when you're watching birds work decoys, you know, to me, that's one of the best things ever, you know. And so when you get up into, you know, southern Manitoba, there's a lot of field hunting opportunities. In fact, I would guess that, you know, a lot of the people that are hunting ducks, especially mallards and pintails, you know, they're hunting them over the field. They're hunting them on dry land, in the sense that these birds will roost, whether it's a small marsh or a temporary wetland or a big lake, they'll roost in water. They'll spend the night on water, and then in the mornings and typically in the evenings, these birds will come out and then they'll field feed in barley, wheat, it could be durum, it could be field peas. You know, there's a variety of crops that these birds will key in on at different times of the year. But it's basically a deal where you're scouting fields. And the neat thing about this is that a lot of times in these same fields, you're going to have geese working. You're going to have ducks. You might have cranes. You know, you're going to have a variety of birds using some of the same fields. A lot of times you're just trying to mimic what you see scouting.
Pintail.
Coming right in. Look at this.
Get ready. Take them. Good shot. It's nice when they do it like that.
That was beautiful. Some of these ducks are just, I mean, they're just dropping straight down. Good as it gets. Good as it gets.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna be low. Get ready.
Take him. Well, that was pretty.
So I'm come from Ontario, and we have good waterfowl hunting for the first probably 3-4 weeks of the season with all our local birds. But I mean, out here, it's something special. You know, like we get a good migration all through the fall, start at early September, right into beginning of November. The variety is amazing, and the volume of birds is just wild.
One of the things worth pointing out if you're looking at waterfowl hunting in Manitoba, and if you're a United States citizen or a non-resident, is that if you're hunting with an outfitter, you can do that short notice and buy a license through an outfitter. But if you don't go through an outfitter, you do have to plan your trip ahead of time, and you have to basically apply for the license in the summertime. And most of the people that are applying get the license, but it does require some forethought where you have to plan ahead. And if you don't plan ahead, you can definitely go through an outfitter. And basically what it is, they're just trying to limit the number of days because there was a lot of illegal guiding that was starting to happen in Canada. And so one of the ways to get ahead of that or to curb that is to break up the season. And so you do have to plan your trip out ahead of time. You know, there's nothing you can just, you know, do short notice, in the sense that you might be able to plan your days short notice, but you have to plan your trip ahead of time, especially or in particular if you're not going through an outfitter or a guide.
Here we go. Get ready. Take him.
That was a group of stud drakes.
That was.
Just gonna touch really quick on why we like to have our lucky ducks so low. So we have them on a really short base, and that's because when the birds come in, they see them at the same height and they don't flare as much. If you have them up high, you're gonna run into problems where they're gonna come down and they're gonna come in, but they're not gonna eat it up like they would if they're on the ground. And it's a lot better for the geese as well. Coming off the right side. Take the pair, boys, take the pair. Get them up. Heads up. Good shots.
So, you know, you look at Manitoba, and there's a stretch through Manitoba, the southern, southwestern stretch of Manitoba, where it's a lot of prairie. It's a lot of prairie pothole. It's a lot of breeding ducks and nesting ducks. And then you get a little bit further up, and it's the boreal forest. It's the Canadian Shield. So it's this edge where these birds get to this edge, and it's some of the first cropland that these birds find. And so it's just a neat opportunity if you love to observe and watch wildlife, in the sense that, yeah, you get these big migrations of waterfowl, but you might see bear, you might see white-tailed deer, you might see elk, you might see moose. But you know, whether you're hunting or whether you're scouting, you know, you're basically observing all these wildlife. And that's one of the things that can make hunting so enjoyable, is just the scenes, the sights, the sounds, taking it all in. You know, maybe seeing an animal, seeing a sight, making a memory of something that you maybe wouldn't see at home, you know. And that's what hunting is all about so often when you go on these destination trips.
Take him. Oh! Get ready. Nope. Get ready. Take 'em.
That was pretty. They just keep trickling in.
Come on. There's a couple of them right upside down. Three pack coming in, guys. Get ready.
Get ready. Take them.
Yeah, that was beautiful. They did it right.
Started 3 years ago. This is my fourth duck hunt, invited by my friend, and I didn't know what to expect, and I'm hooked, and I'm in my early 70s, so I picked this up kind of late in life, and I would encourage anybody that's retired, if you haven't tried duck hunting, geez, you really should. It's so much fun. The camaraderie, the food, the environment, being outside and seeing all the nature and the amazing ducks and geese. It's just fantastic.
Get ready, guys. Give them a turn. Let them go. Okay, guys, get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Take them.
Good shooting. Look at that. When we field hunt ducks, we use Canadas more as a confidence decoy and for visibility. So we'll run a spread of 8 or 9 dozen Canadas, kind of typical form of what you would see out here. What we do is we hide in our Canadas, and you put your ducks out in front of you in what you would call the hole. You put your spinners out there, and basically what you want the ducks to do is finish about 10 yards in front of you. I'm gonna also touch really quick, guys, on the black decoys in the hole. These blacked out SX fully flocked decoys are great attention getters. We put them right in the middle of our spread because the ducks and the geese love them, and just draws attention kind of right to your hole that you want your birds to land in. So highly recommend it. It works great for us, and give them a look.
Get ready, guys. Get ready. Take them.
Hey, that was pretty, huh? What a day. Some of these ducks, boy, they just commit.
Watch this group of pintails coming here. Watch this group of pintails. Get ready. Get ready. Take them! Yes, sir! Isn't that nice?
Nice shooting, guys.
Good shooting, boys. Good shooting.
It doesn't matter how many decoys you run, if you're starting out or if you're a seasoned pro, it's all about hide. I mean, if the birds can see a face in a blind, or you guys don't stubble up your blinds that well, the birds aren't going to work your spread as they would if you're hidden. And minimal movement as well. You get birds over top of you or birds in front of you, and somebody starts to move around a little bit. That's where you get your flares from. So stay still and make sure your hide is good, and you'll have a good shoot.
Get ready, guys. Get ready, guys. Get ready. Get ready. Take 'em!
Oh! Wow! That was cool, huh?
What do you think of that?
Doesn't get any prettier than that, does it? Oh, that was unbelievable. Just getting covered up with these big flocks of pintails and mallards, as good as it gets. Wow. Whew.
We got one here.
So this is my fourth duck hunt, first one in out of the United States. And what was really special to me yesterday was after we had filled our limit of ducks, and we were waiting for the geese, we had a chance to all sit just quietly and watch flock after flock fly in huge numbers right at us, and I was just in awe that that even existed, because I had not seen that in the first 3 hunts that I was at, and it was just beautiful and emotional, let's put it that way. It was beautiful.
Boy, that looks like fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So here at Manitoba Outfitting, we want you to feel like you're part of the family, you know, from arrival to departure. The hunting experience to the dining, everything about it, you're gonna leave thinking, wow, I just hunted with new family. You know, we're not an outfitter that's running 4 or 5 groups a day, you know, cycling money through. You know, this is about passion for the sport in itself, working my dogs, and watching new hunters, you know, shoot that first duck, shoot that first goose, or even old guys have the greatest hunt of their lives.
You know, what's really cool is you come up to Manitoba for a week of hunting, and you know, you're gonna see different things. You're gonna see different scenarios unfold. You know, you might have a really good goose field one day, you might have a great duck field the next, and you know, just take it all in. I mean, that's the beauty of this, is that, you know, from day to day, you're just gonna see these different opportunities fall in your lap and cherish every one of them, because every one of them makes a memory. You know, you might be under enormous swarms of ducks just bombing into the decoys. The next day, you know, you might have a 30-mile-an-hour wind, and you might have a new push of snow geese, and you've got geese coming to the decoys. You're gonna have Canada geese, you're gonna have a few speckle bellies, you're gonna have snow geese, blue geese, Ross geese, all kinds of different ducks, sandhill cranes. I mean, it just keeps going on and on and on. But if you love to set out decoys and love to watch birds come into decoys, this is as good as it gets.